All right, Congressman Doug Lamborn, thank you very much for being with us. We've just learned, of course, that the bailout vote has not passed the House. What is going on there on Capitol Hill? What can you tell us?
Well, there was a dramatic vote just a few moments ago, and a swing of 12 votes was enough to go the other way and vote against the bailout. I think there were just too many people, myself included, who did not want the taxpayers on the hook for so much money. There were ways that we could have brought the private market in, the private sector, and done this in a much better way that did not put the taxpayers on the hook. And obviously a majority of congressmen felt the same way.
Well, now no one's going to be completely happy with this plan, but isn't it better than sending the economy into a tailspin?
Yeah, no one wants that, and we should do something, but we can use private sector investors instead of taxpayers to do this. Now, we are going to go back to the drawing board, and I don't know whether the next offering will be better or worse. I sure hope that it's better, and it can be if we look at private sector investors having tax and other incentives to pick up the risk as opposed to taxpayers.
Now, President Bush this morning said a vote for this bill is a vote to prevent economic damage to our country. What do you have to say to that coming out of this, and you were one of the votes that made the difference in this not passing?
Well, like you said, I did vote no, as a majority did. There are investors sitting on the sidelines. Warren Buffett, he came up with $5 billion last week. There are investors like that who will step in. There's just so many ways that we could approach this differently, and we didn't even look at those other ways. No one wants the markets to suffer, but we need to do this and get it right. Getting it right is a lot more important than doing it in a hurry, because we have some great ideas and we have some great ways to approach this that we're not even really considering yet.
Well, sure, there would be, of course, if there were ample time to come up with the perfect plan, but how much time are we talking about here before there is real damage to the economy?
Well, I certainly stand ready at any time to be here and vote, and I hope that the Senate stays in session and does not adjourn, but we're willing to stay here and work as long as it takes. I think we could do this in a day or two.
A day or two, of course, as we're hearing, would be a plus for the economy and what happens from here. But tell us more about that. You said going back to the drawing board. It sounds like it could take some time, hopefully a day or two, but is it likely?
There is a Jewish holiday coming up starting at dusk tonight, so that there are many members of Congress who will be gone. Will probably not come back till Wednesday at the earliest, and probably the same over in the Senate. But we could consider things like a capital gains tax break for companies and investors who stepped in and assumed this risk as opposed to taxpayers. There are a lot of ways that this could be done with a more free market approach. We could use an insurance model. That's one thing that House Republicans insisted on. It got put in the plan, but it was only optional, not required. That was a failure not to have it required. An insurance plan is something that would cost a lot less to the taxpayers. There are several ways we could approach this in a better way.
Sure. Well, for folks here, in Colorado who feel a little detached from this whole process, folks who are struggling to meet their mortgage payments, gas prices going up, what do you want to say to the folks here at home who are waiting to find out what you all are going to do?
Boy, we should have a better policy coming out of Washington on energy. We really haven't done much there as well, so I'm really disappointed in that. We should have lower energy prices if we would only take a drilling approach to using domestic energy. With the financial markets, you're right, it hasn't gotten completely to Wall Street. It will sooner or later, but there are people out there who are in the business of extending credit. There are banks that want to do business, and in the long run, our economy is healthy, but we got to get through this capital crisis right now. And we should not put the taxpayers on the hook. This was a victory for the taxpayers, and I'm glad that I voted no.
All right, Congressman Doug Lamborn, thank you very much for your time. And like you said, hopefully a day or two we'll see another plan.
You're welcome.
Thank you.